Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. That's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, this one for the Sensor Bots, entertainment only. So thank you for joining me. Little snippets of news today. Apparently it's now up over 30 countries that are no longer shipping via their postal systems to the United States. I hate to say it, but I really get the feeling that the rest of the world is going to cut the US loose until it sorts itself out. But I'm going to have a little bit of a look at that in a moment. And the Prime Minister of Denmark, Mette Frederiksen, and I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong, I do apologise, a very powerful, fabulous woman who has made her feelings known on the Orange Twerp. He called her nasty during his first regime, so they're not particularly friendly, but that's who I picked up in yesterday's readings. Now, I did re-upload. I didn't delete the originals, but I re-uploaded the videos that I did 2 days ago and put on some advertising, click the box for the advertising, etc. And that saying that there was sort of nudity but not nudity type thing, and that enabled the videos to be visible to all. So just know that they are actual repeats, and I did put that in the headline. Okay, what I'm actually going to have a look at first, which is quite interesting, takes me into that topic. Shady's come out overnight my time, saying that if something should happen to the Orange Twerp, he's ready to step up. Yeah, we know what he's plotting. We know what he's plotting. Betrayal. They're trying to remove the Orange Twerp without removing the Orange Twerp. Yeah, stab in the back betrayal, basically. Might be offering the Orange Twerp, a gift, but this is also my dementia card as well, the Six of Cups. So that was 3 of Swords and 6 of Cups for those that are just listening. Okay, so what I'm going to have a look at, Canada and Australia have both announced that they are cutting significant tariffs for other countries. I don't believe for the US, or it can simply be. So we've got 9 of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. This is about new beginnings, new opportunities, that in what is pretty much a legal nightmare situation. So Canada and Australia have both announced that they are cutting what they call nuisance tariffs to other countries, and this is part of, and we've got 2 10s, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. This is about unity, coming together, community, and I'm going to say on the worldwide basis, but at the same time, bringing an end, feeling like they've been stabbed in the back, and bringing an end to pretty much this betrayal of allies. So what's happened is that I believe with China, the regime has announced 50% tariffs for for India. But if they continue to use Russian fossil fuels, which India at the moment has no choice but to do, the tariffs will be raised to 500%. This is no way. There's no logic to these announcements, these tariffs, and it is Friday here, Friday my time, so about to head into a weekend. Envision the sold sign for me, please, as I've got an open day tomorrow, so I'll be going out in the garden after this, picking up dog poop and doing a bit of a garden tidy up before doing a clean through tomorrow. Stability of government is most important, and what I'm really economies cannot operate in uncertainty. In fact, the uncertainty is actually worse. Big ace, which means absolutely right on with this. Uncertainty is worse than actually really high inflation, over the top interest rates and all the rest of it, because at least then, if there is stability, even if the economy's, not doing well, uh, businesses and partnerships around the world can, take steps to work with it. So we've got here the star card. The star, as Hogarth says, um, well, this is the best of the United States, but at the moment it's pretty dark. So we've got the High Priestess. During the first regime, the rest of the world were, what the heck, and tried to work with the US. But what's happening is it's almost like the fallen star, and the secrets are being revealed. We've got the diplomats here with the King of Cups working together, and the Two of Cups working together in what is a completely changed world environment with the Wheel of Fortune. So let's have a look. Is this what we're seeing? Is basically, and yeah, this was actually the next card, and as I put those cards back randomly and split the deck, yes, we've got the two kings back again. The King of Cups and the King of Swords, the negotiators, the diplomats, the mature world leaders, and here we've got strategy with the King of Swords, strategy, action, bringing forward strategies and action, and cutting through. So we've got the two types, well, just the two world leaders there. And then we've got, as I glance at my deck, the Five of Pentacles. I think the rest of the world's just going to cut the US loose until you guys sort it out. Oh, so show me. So apparently what is happening is Canada is, and then we've got the Six of Pentacles, receiving a pittance here. Canada's now selling its oil direct to China instead of to the US. Now, it was selling to the US at a significantly discounted rate. So by forcing Canada to look elsewhere for markets for its oil, forcing the Canada to look elsewhere, to wands elsewhere, other options for its oil, it's actually making more money, boosting the Canadian economy, but it's also making fuel more expensive. Yeah, and we've got the betrayal. The betrayal, the heartbreak, the loss, the despair, and the angst and anxiety. And the rest of the world coming together with the Ten of Cups, the unity, community. Okay, so I think that pretty much, let's have a look. 8 minutes and I could probably say, yep, this is what's happening. Is the rest of the world going to end up, because stability of government is what is most important, but the mercenary actions of the announcements that are coming out of the White House, the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, the mercenary actions of the announcements that's coming out of the White House. Today is Friday, or you guys over in the US are going into Friday shortly. It seems to be the day of the most ghastly announcements to be made are made, and it's the rest of the world needs stability. It needs certainty to be able to function, and that's not what's currently happening out of DC at the moment. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. The rest of the world, the Orange Twerp threatened, said the tariffs, trying to force countries to come to do the bargaining with him. Well, the majority of countries, except for those that are absolutely desperate, said no thanks. What's he doing now? Oh yes, it's removing of the shipping limits. Okay, so the rest of the world shrugged their shoulders and said, okay, we're not going to ship. So let's have a look. Come on down. I'm talking about the rest of the world. What are they up to? Okay. Taking control. So what's happened is it's basically forced the rest of the world to get out of bed, put its socks on, and actually not lazily cruise through relying on the US to take the lead on everything, take point. So yeah, taking control. The Emperor card. It can also mean the crusty old wannabe dictator sitting in his chair trying to be in control, but let's see where this goes. I think this is taking control in the face of the lunacy. The challenge is the moon card. So the rest of the world, I think, is stepping up, stepping into the breach, stepping forward in the face because it's challenged by the lunacy that's coming out of the White House at the moment. Now, this is I'm not being, the word they're giving me is depreciative towards you guys, because you guys know this is simply about what's happening on the country's economic levels, because their challenge is one day it's up, one day they're down, next day there's some crazy announcement, next day that announcement's removed. The rest of the world cannot deal economically with the lunacy that's coming out of the White House at the moment. At the foundations, looking at new markets, looking at different markets. What's the rest of the world stewing in at the moment? Looking at where else they can harvest their trade. So it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Pentacles. It says 7 at the top, silly me. 7 of Pentacles, looking at different options of where they can trade. In the past, the chaotic messaging. It's just too much. It's too much. Can't keep abreast of it. That's why 30 plus countries have stopped shipping via the postal system to the US, because none of us have the an idea of what even is going on. And I don't think those in customs at the borders of the US even have the remotest idea of what's going on. The messaging is just chaotic. There is no order, and it's bringing about an end of trade with the US. Okay, where else are we going? Yes, new alliances are being formed with that 3 of Cups, and circular alliances as well. So strange bedfellows is the words I'm getting. It is forcing the rest of the world, the other economies, the other governments to form alliances that they may not have done so in the past. The only money card I've got is the Pentacle one so far, but let's see where this goes. The immediate future, we've got the 7 of Swords. So 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. I'm just looking at 7 plus 3 equals 10 as well. The betrayal, the tearing up of international agreements, trade agreements that the Orange Twerp himself signed, and at the time declared it the best trade agreement ever. It just can't trust. It simply can't trust. Externally, stabbed in the back, and it's the ending. So it will recover, but it's going to take, I keep getting at least 2 presidential cycles plus what is current. So we're either looking at 9.5 years, or depending on when the next presidential election is held. And I'm telling you right now, I keep getting that there's going to be a governmental panel once this regime is removed and all those underneath. Now, I know a lot of you say, oh, if the twerp's gone, then Shady steps in. If Shady's gone, then Mikey of the Little Johnson steps in. No. These people all gone. All gone. And if you can hear that, that's just the dishwasher finishing up. No, they're all gone when this regime topples. And that's why I keep getting this panel, and it depends whether the next presidential or federal elections are in 26 or 28. So it'll either be 9.5 years or it'll be 11.5 years until the reputation is restored. Let me put it that way. So externally, yeah, I think put a fork in it. The rest of the world's done. They're done with this lunacy. They're done with this betrayal. Let's see where we go. Internally, strength. It's also, and as I heard yesterday, I was watching Hogarth. I'm on Hogarth's in about 3 weeks' time. His Hogar leash type thing, or leash it might be. This card, the strength card, it's very much about compassion, but it's also about dignity, and it's about taming the beast through goodness of heart and dignity and just all that is integrity, etc. So internally, they're possibly still stroking the orange twerp, but this is very much about shutting his mouth as well, shutting him down through their own dignified responses. Now he goes on and he calls Mette Frederiksen a nasty woman and new scum for Gavin Newsom, and he resorts to gutter tactic name calling, and I'm really hoping that Gavin Newsom stays up on the sidewalk and doesn't get out down in the gutter. Very fine line there, very easy to do a misstep, but yeah, it's pretty much showing a dignified front. Okay, hopes and fears. Well, what is happening is everything is being revealed. The whole world now sees what's going on. The whole world sees what's going on, and there's no hiding it anymore. So hopes and fears, yeah. The eyes have been opened. During the first regime, the other world leaders tried to work with the orange twerp in the diplomatic manner that world relations should be. This time they're there with their eyes open. It's a nightmare situation. Unexpected, as I said, unexpected bedfellows, so 9 of Swords, Page of Cups, unexpected conversations that are going on elsewhere, out of left field dealings, and the 10 of Pentacles. Look at this, 3 tens. It's all about endings. To me, this is about trade moving forward. The end of what was and the beginning of what is new. And there's the Fool card, the new beginnings. New trade, new markets, new opportunity. I hate to say it, we've got the Ace of Swords, we've got the 7 of Swords, the restriction. So this is a brutal reality about restricting, not dealing with, just going to say leaving to their own devices. We've got the United States here with the Star card. Can also be the narcissist that's sitting in the office who will try and spin it. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Will try to spin it. He might have to eat some humble pie, at least the regime might have to eat some humble pie with what they're offering. But no, this is I don't think the rest of the world is even going to look at what the US will be offering. Actions have consequences, and the sooner this regime finds out, because they're going to be faced with this big stick moment, and the wool over people's eyes in the United States, the delusion is going to be exposed to them. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I hate to say it, but the rest of the world is is simply going to operate around the United States. Oh boy. How's this going to end for the US? So we're looking at new alliances, new trade deals, um, new strange bedfellows throughout the world. I mean, Australia's biggest trading partner is China. We're not going to peeve China off to appease the alcoholic, allegedly sitting in the office. Yeah, new plans, new beginnings overseas, countries overseas, looking at other options, and it's all about the money. The money, the trade, the economy, because the fog is lifted from this attempting to appease the delusion. It's now understood that you just can't. Okay, so what I want to have a look at, I'm going to have a look at very quickly, just as the end of something. David from Tarot by the Bay did a really good reading on this. Yeah, the orange twerp and his tariffs are heading for a cliff with the King of Pentacles and the Fool card. It's a new world order, a new start, but we've got here the orange kings fading rapidly, clutching onto his pentacle there. David from Tarot by the Bay did a really good reading about why, yeah, the world is moving on, endings and beginnings, the orange twerp and endings of the world card. Working around them. Okay, David from Tarot by the Bay did a reading about why the orange twerp was trying to raise this. Send me $15. I need the money to get into heaven. Oh. No, that's not quite how that works. I hate to tell you. And got that the orange twerp was going to be really disappointed in the funds raised because first of all, a lot of MAGA have said, I don't have $15. My last $15, yeah, the lunacy of it all. My last $15, I need to put gas in the tank so I can get to my minimum wage paying job so that I can put some beans and rice on the table for my family. So yeah, that's the lunacy, and it's just all about the steal and the grift. So there's that, but also a lot of MAGA are not, they've woken up. Now these were sort of fringe MAGA. They weren't full on hardcore rusted on. Full on hardcore rusted on are basically saying we ain't got the money. We haven't got the money. But David asked, why was he actually raising this money? I mean, supposed multi-billionaire made a small fortune off his meme coins and his insider trading and all the rest of it. And he touched on right at the end about something to do with having to pay Melania. Now, Melania's been real estate shopping in Switzerland. I've been picking up for, 12, 18 months now, that when this is all over, Melania, she's off to Switzerland. And every time I get Switzerland, yes, I know my eyes are really red. It is incredibly windy outside. Heartbreak, loss, despair, waiting for him to fall off the twig. No, it's not for me for a heart problem in regards to my eyes, even though they are about the same colour. Yeah, this is heartbreak, loss, despair, a gift, trying to give a gift with the so we've got the three of swords, the 6 of cups, and this nightmare situation for him because she could bring forward volatile information that would bury him with the 4 of swords there. I keep getting Switzerland for her. She had fully intended to get out of Dodge before he supposedly won the November the 5th. I suppose November the 4th, because he knew on November the 4th that he was going to win it. Is he trying to raise money to, because Melania, she knows everything. The investigation, potential path forward. She has everything on him. And it's expensive to live in Switzerland. So she was over there earlier last year, sussing out real estate. I don't know whether she bought something. Allegedly, supposedly. She's now waiting for him to fall off the twig. A lot of readers, and I would have to concur, she cannot stand the man. And basically says, you want me to appear, here's my bill, pay it in advance, please. But he's desperate to keep up the facade. So is he raising money for Melania, to pay off Melania? Because I suspect she's basically said, right, here's my bill for me not to say anything to the oversight committee. Let's have a look. Right. She has a lot of information that she has threatened. I'm going to say she's threatened to put out there. This is happening really quickly. She knows his health is declining rapidly. She is looking forward to being the widow in mourning as she collects handsomely. And then watch her pack up and depart for some alpine area. Yeah, I think she's threatened to release. Oh, look at the infighting that's happening here. Okay. She's threatened to release because and soon, because she knows he's going down. Here's Melania herself. The challenge is, and she has no hesitation to sell herself for this. This is the only card in the deck that has the Queen sitting there with her knees apart, which can imply that she is selling herself for the information that she has. Now, this black cat sees all, knows all. That's the challenge. No pentacle cards yet, no pentacles, all fire energy. And it is about inflammatory information that she has. And okay, right. Before she heads off overseas, because that's her plan, and her plan is coming to fruition. There's no ships on the horizon yet, so we're not ready yet. But living in Switzerland is expensive. Apparently, you can't become a citizen unless you have more than so many millions of dollars sitting in the bank as cash. Yep, she's looking for overseas. The ship isn't here yet, but her plans are all laid. In the past, the tower moment. Yep, she knows it's all over. She's done. She wants nothing to do with him. Any appearances are just a paid sham, allegedly, entertainment only. It's already, it's been over for a while. The Pope Francis funeral. The Melania that was there, and she uses body doubles, and it's been acknowledged that she uses body doubles. The hips were wider, she was taller, the jaw wasn't quite right, which is why she had the big hat on. And sorry, that's Bindi chasing a stick on the beach. The big hat and the veil on, trying to disguise it. That wasn't Melania. The hips were wider, the jawline was not quite right. She was voluntarily touching the orange twerp, which the real Melania would never do. It's been over for a long time now. And here we've got the payout. It's the end. Pay me my money. So the 10 of Pentacles. It's the ending. Pay me my money. Because she's trying to collect together as much as she can She's trying to hoard some money. I'm sure she's done quite very nicely out of it, but as I said, living in Switzerland to the lifestyle that she has become accustomed is very expensive. So Four of Pentacles, she possibly can't stand the woman, but she's not stupid. I suspect she has done the sums and has figured out that she needs more. So Four of Pentacles, frantically squirreling it away. Externally, we've got the Strength card. She will try and soothe the orange twerp to keep control. She's the one in control of all of this. Keeping his mouth shut. Internally, she's looking at the plans are being laid. She's just waiting for the opportunity with the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands there. She's looking at the bigger picture and just waiting. So she's basically been stroking the orange twerp and said, you need to pay up. Okay, yeah, betrayal, heartbreak, anguish, despair. Divorce. She won't divorce him. He's so close to falling off the twig, she won't divorce him. But yeah, the hope and fear is the betrayal. And the betrayal because she knows, and he knows she knows, and we know that she knows that he knows that she knows. Okay, what's going to be the outcome? Her silence. With the Hanged Man. Ooh. This could simply be her joy as she takes off for her newfound freedom. Or she could decide to reveal everything. He's trying to buy her silence. Yeah, okay. Trying to buy her silence because she could reveal everything to do with young children. So here he is making the overture of money. However, it's only the Knight of Coins. It's not the King of Coins. I don't think he's raising enough money. There's an announcement coming out of the White House. Dark money behind the scenes, trying to raise the money for this relationship with the Lovers card. I don't think he's going to be able to raise enough. Five of Pentacles, out in the cold, banished. I mean, it may also get into his bank account and he doesn't want it, but out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles, the wealthy woman living her life of luxury, and the gift from the past. The gift being given. On the bottom, we've got the infighting that could bring his downfall. I don't know. Okay, should have done this as a separate reading. I don't know that he's going to raise enough to pay the bill. The wheel of fortune is turning. Karma is going to come. Karma is coming. Is the orange twerp going to raise enough money? Now you sort of go, gosh, he must have billions socked away. Don't forget, he owes the Russian government or the Russian mafia billions. So if you have $10 billion and you owe the Russian mafia $10 billion and $1, you don't have a lot of money. So show me, is he going to raise, just glimpse the death card there, is he going to be able to raise enough money to pay Melania off? Possibly not. Feeling cornered, his back up against the wall, not unsure, challenged by information getting out there. Now, Susan Lynn has been picking up since forever that it was Melania that dobbed him in regards to the Mar-a-Lago documents. She didn't necessarily make the call to the FBI, but it was, and I'll have to agree because I'm getting that it was her assistant that made an anonymous call. Melania is too obvious with her accent, but I think the assistant made the call. Yeah, he's got his back up against the wall in regards to this because she's got the information to bring. He's desperately trying to fundraise with that Seven of Pentacles, but he's not able to get enough. In the past, we've got the King of Cups, the negotiator. So there was some sort of deal that was negotiated in the past. Crowning the reading, the Five of Cups, the lost card, the inability to the spilt cups. I don't think he's going to be able to raise enough. He's making Page of Pentacles. He's making an overture with a reduced amount. Externally, I think she's, be careful what you wish for, but it's also can be wish fulfillment. Externally, I think she has set her terms and she is expecting them to be fulfilled. He's not going to be able to. The Tower card internally. Oh my goodness. There's the devil and the hopes and fears. The devil will have his due. No, it's a bit sad that I had to cover up the chest of the devil as well. The devil will have his due. He will demand his pound of flesh. The outcome, the Queen of Pentacles. She's sitting pretty. The Ten of Cups, and then the big stick moment. New information being brought forward. I don't think he's going to raise enough. Volatile information being brought forward quickly, rapidly. And there's the Russia card, and there's the King of Swords card. Oh, man. I don't think he's going to raise the money. She's made her demands and she expects him to fulfill them. And if he can't come up with the money, she's telling. You've got the Emperor card. You've got the Temperance card. So the Emperor is about taking control. The Temperance card is about the new dawn rising, the pouring from cup to cup, trying to bring about balance, but it can also be trying to spin a yarn. It can also be about the alchemy of pour it from this cup to this cup. Thank you very much. We have the Five of Pentacles again. Out in the cold, the inability to raise the money. We've got the Ace of Cups, the emotional overwhelming in regards to this relationship. And there's the betrayal and there's the information coming out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. If I keep going, we've got the false victory, the Four of Swords, being forced to legally retreat, the infighting, the whistleblower, and bringing forth the truth. Okay, I should have done a completely separate reading on this, but I'm just going to put it out there. She has sent him the bill. I don't think he is going to raise enough money to pay her for her silence, and very possibly she is going to tell all. Is she going to do this before or after he passes? Show me. Is she going to do this before he passes? It's coming so quickly, his inability. I mean, you've got Shady saying, oh, if something should happen, I'm ready to step up, because they know. Is she going to do this before he passes? An announcement from the White House. She's sitting in the queen position with the money. And here we've got the win at any cost, the betrayal, the deceit, the gift from the past, the lunacy, action being not lunacy, the dementia, action being taken, and the delusional. and then something unexpected being brought forward by this Queen of Cups about the Strength card and then the Fool card, because what she was offered was not what she wanted from this decrepit king. I think she's going, oh, and the Tower on the bottom again. I think she's going to do it before he passes, because she's not going to get the Tower because of the reduced offer from the coming begging in hand. It's not going to be enough with that Six of Pentacles for her to live, Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, for her to live the lifestyle she wants to. I'm actually kind of surprised at that. Okay. Is she going to do a deal? Immunity in exchange, because the legal system, I believe, in the US cannot force a wife to testify against her husband. But are they going to, is someone in the legal system, anywhere in the world going to offer her immunity for her testimony? Is someone anywhere in the death card going to offer, it's going to be the end of them, her immunity for her testimony? Yes, they are. Yes, they are, because she knows all that's gone on. There she is on the bottom as well, the woman living her life of luxury. I'm just seeing what the next three cards are. The Magician, she's bringing it all to the table. It's a shite load of information with the Ten of Wands, and it's going to be the ending of them. And she's going to defend her position, the Knight of Pentacles. And then we've got the Seven of Cups and the Justice card. I'm going to say yes, I do. Nightmare situation with the Nine of Swords. And it's going to change everything with the Wheel of Fortune. Everything about the government. Okay. And on the bottom, we've got, there she is. There's the Queen of Swords. And then we have the bringing forward of the secrets that's going to cause this massive infighting and retreat, the false victory, and the end with the Ten of Swords. Didn't see that coming. Okay, that was a really long reading. I do apologise. I should have done it as two. Yeah, I have to agree. Because he's not going to be able to come up with the amount that she's demanding. So this unexpected out of left field information is coming out. He's got his back up against the wall. He's going to feel betrayed by Melania. And then you look at these two kings. King of Cups, King of Swords. Action being taken, secrets being revealed, and the orange twerp possibly trying to flee. I keep getting he's going to try, but he's not going to make it. Okay, I might leave it there. That was a bit wild. Okay, love to you all. Take care.